Howdy, y'all. How you going? Let's jump right into this. We're here for a laugh again. We're looking at Australia memes. Let's go. Oh, out of business. This doesn't have to do with the Netflix putting like all these restrictions on, does it? Yeah. No, this is definitely a big deal. Australians will simply pay. Yeah. No, I don't think they're gonna pay for additional households. The whole, profile sharing going away. Yeah, that's lame. I don't think that's gonna go over well. Average morning in Australia. Oh my God. Oh, geez. Oh. That seems accurate. I mean, that's the videos we've seen, right? My God, look how much messed up. Oh, wow. Okay, I got some questions. First of all, yes, funny meme. We have dinosaurs, snakes, everything's huge, spiders, scorpions, alligators, not alligators. Whoa, sorry. Crocodiles, big difference, I know. And I mean big. The crocodiles in Australia are big. But I got a question. Is that that's got to be from a game. What game is that? Does anyone know? If not, I don't know. It must be some sort of animation. That's like a random innocent question I have there. But second, yes, that is good for a laugh. Yes, it's exaggerated, but I think a lot of people who have never been to Australia, they picture it like this, like some untouched motherland of scary nature, and that's what they think it literally looks like. He has a tattoo artist for Steve Irwin holding a big croc. Well, it is Steve Irwin holding a big croc. I mean, he's not wrong. Although something tells me they definitely did this on purpose because this is good for a laugh. I mean, it is Steve Irwin holding a croc, I love the first comment, Reddit/technically the truth. Yes, it is. That is technically right, but it is oh so wrong. If you ever feel dumb or stupid, just remember legal status of the sport of airsoft is illegal. I didn't know this was illegal anywhere. There actually is some countries, including Australia, although what's going on in WA? It shows like maybe it's not illegal. I don't know. It's like some weird pattern. Either that's a glitch or maybe it's not illegal in Western Australia. But most of Australia, airsoft is illegal. That's pretty weird. As it says, Australia banned the sport. Yeah, airsoft is definitely not real gun. That is pretty extreme in my opinion. No matter where you stand on guns, banning airsoft is like, whoa, what? I can see, though, people, making airsoft guns look real. That could be a problem, right? Because that's illegal here in the U.S. You can't make a fake gun look real. You can get in huge trouble for that. So I guess I can understand that. But banning having airsoft guns altogether, yeah, I'm not sure I understand that. Well, this meme needs no words. There you go. Open your toilet lid and, hey, you got this guy. Look at him. He's just waiting for you. Toilet frog. There's no meme, just a now rather welcome but very inconvenient guest. We will always talk about spiders and snakes, but never the chunky as frogs. Now, I don't totally get the context of this one, but you remember I covered this, the, multimillionaire that has the super ultra rare McLaren lifted by crane up to his, loft or whatever up here. Well, this is meanwhile in Broadmeadows. They're lifting this old Holden up to the skyscraper. So I'm assuming this is pretty funny if you know what this is about. Obviously, I'm assuming Broadmeadows, they're not driving some crazy McLaren sports cars, but rather, 30-year-old Holdens with big rims. Sick, bro. Foley. Simmons. Yeah, Bud Simmons. Reddit/useless superpower said you can increase your strength by 10% for every jar of Vegemite you eat. First of all, Vegemite, spelled wrong. Epic fail. Second of all, yes, I believe that. I think Vegemite does lead to superpowers. I don't know. There's something about it. Australian Town Starter Pack. Okay, always has one of these just in case China sends a weather balloon. Oh, geez. Built-in Air Force. The Magpies, of course, has a pub that looks exactly like this, sometimes multiple of them. Alrighty, even I have seen enough pictures to know that, yeah, that is like a very generic looking pub that you see in random Australian towns. Wow, I actually get that one. Average guy in the pub, rocking the VB, sleeveless shirt. Gotcha. Has at least one house, often more, that looks like this. Yeah, your run-of-the-mill, totally abandoned, freaky, creepy, dilapidated house. There's a lot of Americans' towns that, it's kind of striking some places where you'll find some ultra-modern, spectacular, like, new build, and then literally, like, 7 houses down, there'll be something like this. You'll find that here in the U.S., too, in certain places, and it's like, what is going on here? Oh, geez. Hit me right here. I see how it is. Yep, what you see, Ram. There, what everyone else sees. Yeah, this is pretty funny, actually. Remember, I used to have a huge lifted Ram Power Wagon, and yeah, it's actually how I started this channel originally. And yeah, it definitely got looks, and you weren't sure if the people, well, some people admired it verbally. And some people got looks, and if they didn't say anything, well, they probably weren't admiring it. Owning a Ram was an interesting experience. Although I will fight this comment right there. I will fight this. Never seen a trader, someone who lives, work rural with a Ram, only pavement princesses. No, I see Rams doing hard-ass work around here. Like, I always putting in hard work. Even the ambulances are Rambulance, right? And look, if you go back on my channel, you want to laugh, go back in my old videos, although I would never suggest that because, like, as a YouTuber, you hate to see your old stuff because you feel like it's so, like, bad. But, yeah, my old videos, I put that Ram through its paces. It was not a pavement princess. That thing was so dirty all the time, and I beat the crap out of that thing, for sure. Australians resisting the urge to add mate in every comment on posts about Australia to let everyone know they're Australian. Ooh, people from Melbourne when they go 5 minutes without mentioning how much they hate Sydney. Yeah, that's one thing I've learned. The rivalry, the hate can be pretty wicked between Melbourne and Sydney. Especially, I hate to say this, especially from people from Melbourne referring to Sydney. Like, I feel like it's more so attacks from Melbourne directed at Sydney rather than, vice versa. I don't think either or is better. I'm a way outsider on this. I'm just saying what I've observed. And yeah, it's pretty fierce rivalry, I think. Although I will say, not that it actually matters, but I think I read or heard that both cities are neck and neck. I think one of them was passing the other one up in population. Australia preparing to send surveillance balloon over China? That's a goon bag. How epic. Not gonna lie, this is pretty fascinating. Americans, we need guns to defend ourselves. Australia. 7news.com.au. Melbourne man fights off carjacker with Nescafe blend 43 jar. Hey, you know what? I've gotten those in mail time. Yeah. I mean, especially if you're Aussie, I think you could kick some ass with one of those. Feel like putting someone to sleep with coffee is way more badass than pulling out a gun? They call him the Decaffeinator. I can't wait for the sequel. Decaffeinator 2, Trouble Brewing. Australians in Japanese cartoons. Okay, we got the koala on the girl there. Australians in American cartoons. Okay. Australians in Australian cartoons. All right, now this one is absolutely on point. Like, this one's hitting home so strong right now. Australians, after losing a tiny radioactive capsule somewhere in Outback. Remember, that was like a few months ago, right? And it's kind of a big deal, right? Kind of like, okay, we got to figure this out. Meanwhile, Americans pretty much chemically nuking an entire town. This is fine. Dude, people have been freaking out over here. Look, long story short, we had a big time chemical plant blow up and leak everything and all this stuff into the air, blah, 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 right? Like, totally bad situation happened. I believe it was in 2020 locally within like 20 miles of me, right? And it was a big deal for like maybe less than a week, and everyone forgot about it. I didn't forget about it. Of course, some people didn't forget about it, but it was right near one of the main rivers here. It was actually 400 feet away from the river, like super close. And, all the stuff in the air, and it was just a mess, right? And they even evacuated people that lived near there. And then all of a sudden, like 3 or 4 days later, it was just like, oh yeah, everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. And it's like, what? You're like pulling out your hair. Like, what the hell are you guys talking about? There's definitely a lot to worry about. Like, there's no way a chemical plant blows up and melts to the ground. The whole thing's on fire and just nothing is affected. Like, come on. But they tell you when you do your oil change, you better not drop any oil in the earth, right? In your yard. Like, they make a big deal about small things, but then a chemical plant blows up and it's like, oh, it's all good. Of course, you probably have heard, if you watch like world news, I know American news seems to work its way everywhere. You remember the huge train derailment in Ohio in February. Again, pretty huge deal. And they're acting like, nope, nothing happened. It's nothing to worry about. It is frustrating. It is like, what is going on here? So yeah, this is definitely an accurate meme. Summer in Australia. Okay, we have the northeast corner, drown in your own sweat. Yeah, Queensland could be pretty humid and hot, I hear. Most of Australia, die, burn, die, burn. Okay, so it gets pretty hot. No one cares. Summer in Tasmania, no one cares. All right, gotcha. Summer in New Zealand, sheep. When someone tries to sell pronouns to an Australian, oh, God. Best I can do is mate or... I better leave that one alone. It's funny. Come on. Why is this so accurate? I feel like everyone can relate to this. Did you know what a binfluencer is? Okay, let me elaborate. The person on your street who always puts their wheelie bins out first on bin day and the rest of the neighbors follow. So yeah, here there is one household who I'm not going to say, definitely a neighbor of mine, who is in plain sight and always has their bins out the day before garbage day at like 3 p.m. or something. So like, you know, well in advance, almost 24 hours in advance. Always, like clockwork. Like, it is pretty funny. Once I see that, I never forget. I have to give them credit. I never forget garbage day because, you know, at some points in my life, I have forgotten it at different, you know, addresses. I don't forget it here. They always have their stuff out, and it's like, oh, there we go. I got to put mine out. So, yeah, they're the binfluencer, and I don't mind it. But, hey, that's about it for this one, guys. We just took a look at some fun Aussie memes. I will do this again. I really love having a laugh lately, if you can't tell. And, look, Australia is just infinite laughs. It always delivers, always fun stuff, dealing with the great southern land. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you got a laugh as well. Please throw a like on there if you did. And of course, subscribe to be part of this amazing community. Tell me something funny in the comments if you want as well. I'll see you in the next one, guys. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, I'll catch you later.